Hello! Hey, Preston Smith's Music. And hello to anybody else watching. My name is Valerie Bhat, and I am going to, well, I'm working on this frame that I have been, it is bad for the environment, and I should have more fans on than I do. But I made one frame. Hold on, let me change cameras. I made one frame, and I'm so excited about it. And then I just want to do another one. So I've already built the frame out and sanded it all. And then here's the one I just did. Check me out. So I don't know if this will come out. So this is one that I just finished and then stained and polyurethaned. And I totally am copying Preston on this because I saw him do it and I was like, yes, that's what I want to do, is wood burning. So I got like a wood burning thing with like 80 tips, but I've used like, really I like one. I use the same one. But yeah, so that's, put that, no, don't put that there. I put that somewhere safe. So I'm doing this design, which is, here we are. So I'm doing this design, which is like roses. So I've just started a few minutes ago, and I got this, well, I got the pattern all laid out on the whole thing. And then now I'm burning it. So something around here somewhere, maybe. I don't know. That's all I got as far as views. So thank you for being here. Blue Unicorn and a non-mouse too. Yeah, I didn't spend a ton on the wood burning tools. It's probably, there's probably better ones, but it's like I got from a little company in Texas. They had a whole kit set up. And I think I have to tighten my nib already. But so, yeah, I was just doing this by myself, and I thought maybe I'd see who was out and about and wanted to come and chat for a bit. I know there's a lot going on tonight, so I don't expect anybody to stay very long when there's so much going on. I know that Chad is streaming soon with Clay. Am I even in the camera? Oh, I am. Yeah, so my favorite tip so far has been this nubby non-sharp tip. I tried to do the sharp tip to start with because that's what I had when I was a kid, were just sharp tips. And then I was like, oh, this is why I hated this as a child, because it's so hard with the sharp tips. This thing just like glides over. And sometimes I get a little stuck, but it's been very calming. One thing this does too, which I'm kind of excited about but I haven't tried yet, is you can do leather burning too. And when I was a young girl and in the Girl Scouts, my favorite thing to do was the wood burning craft when we got to do that. And we got to go on a field trip to Tandy Leather. Oh, exciting. Okay. Oh, you missed my earlier? It was it was pretty full, so I had a hard time checking who was there. Tandy isn't around anymore? Oh, I'm not surprised. It probably is owned by Radio Shack, right? I also miss Radio Shack. It is raining here. Blue, is it raining at your house? I've got a metal roof at this studio, and it's kind of loud, but I don't think you can hear it too much with this microphone. But it's been a nice kind of calming day with the rain. Pitter patter, pitter patter. You said it's 59? Oh, I guess it's 60. Yeah. I didn't know it was that cold. Let me make this one bigger. There. Oh, you just got into leather TFI. That's funny. Blue, I saw your message, but I haven't listened to your song yet. Y'all, I answered the phone 2 times today. Like 2 different people called and I answered the phone. Which normally I don't do. Normally I'm just like, no, and I run away. And this time I answered, and I'm glad I did for both cases. But I'm proud of myself. Go me. One thing I learned about doing the first one is to just do the first wood burning really, really lightly and kind of go through like a template really, really lightly. Not pressing at all. And then the second time around, it kind of has a little bit of a divot to follow and it won't get shot off with the grain. Because, man, I kept getting shot off with the grain. But this is just pine, so it's also not very grainy. Like it doesn't. It's not that interesting a wood. It's cheap. A non-mass. Ooh, I like this. Am I saying this? Is this on? Ooh, it is. I worked on a lot of farms, so rain on a metal roof is a sound I still love. I love that. Ha, and that's not a problem. I don't. Do you people? I sleep with my phone in like another room because I can't have it anywhere near me if I'm sleeping. Hey Zach, tell your cousin Vanessa I said hello back. Yeah, so don't worry about sending a message at night. Light, low, and slow. That is the tempo. What band is How Will I Laugh Tomorrow? I don't know it. Hey, Zach, are you on your trip already? Are you still? Can't remember what day you said you were leaving. I know you said you were on traveling, but are you traveling back or are you traveling to? Okay, I think I messed up the template there, but that's fine. It's so abstract, I don't think anybody's going to notice. This design is the same as a metal etched bracelet that I have in copper. That I'm not sure. I guess I might have it on my website, but I might have sold them all recently. Suicidal tendencies. I went to a Suicidal Tendencies concert once at Amarillo. Hey, Indy, great to see you. I'm doing this wood burning and I was lonely. So I was just seeing what everybody's doing. The walnut hollow wood burning pin I have has a dial on the power cable to vary the heat of the tips. Ooh. And you wrap the power cable over my arm so the dial is on my wrist. That's fancy. Mine only has a switch for 15 watt or 30 watt. So it said like the 15 watt is mostly for the leather burning. Yay. I like crafting. Oh, Indy, look at my. Y'all, you missed my frame. Hold on. So I did. This is my second wood burning frame, and this was my first one. Look at me. Look at me. So yeah. So I did this one, and then I stained it and sealed it up. So I think it looks pretty cool. I'm going the wrong way here. This way? Why is this so hard? Okay, I'm a little excited about it, if you haven't noticed. Okay, so Zach's in Montreal right now. That's exciting. I like blue is an epic troll today. All right, Josh. Oh, I don't really know. That's the same. Like the fancy Dremels have, like a variable switch on a foot box. I want one of those sometimes. Ooh. I actually have two pens so that I can replace the tips. That's the system they have. They're like, buy a second pen. For it was really cheap for the second pen. So I was like, yeah, that's worth it to not have to wait. Oh, I forgot to change my cameras. Hold on. Okay. Now I moved this thing. I'm kind of. Well, I should go over these parts. So, Zach, what have you got going on? Are you visiting your cousin Vanessa in Montreal, or are you both together visiting other people? I'm hoping to go on another trip pretty soon, but we'll see. There's always so many variables. Oh yeah, this is very satisfying. A non-mouse liked using the chisel tip and sculpting parts of the pattern. So I thought that I would be good enough to do that too. That was my theory. As I was like, yeah, chisel tip, and I tried all the chisel tips, and I can't do it. I meant to have like music. Midnight Bandits sent me his album, and I was gonna play it in the background, but I don't know how to do that, y'all. I always make it too loud or not loud enough. That's the problem. Yeah. I think I like the smell of this too much. So Preston says the smallest chisel tip is good for going back over the lines for a V groove. I like that. Right? I love the smell of burnt pine. I should like burn nicer wood, I guess. But this is the easiest just to make frames out of, honestly. Some of the nicer woods have too much grain and then they're hard to work with. So you win some, you lose some. Also, I'm cheap. I forgot about that. But I was going to work on this for probably another hour today. I don't know if I'll stay this whole time online, but I was going to stay for an hour tonight before going home and relaxing a bit. And but Preston. Oh, that makes me cough too. I normally have more fans going in here just because of how the setup is, but it's so cold that they're not turning on automatically. So, ooh, blue's got planks of Brazilian tiger wood, 2 feet long, 3.5 inches wide. Ooh, I like that. That's pretty thick for frames, but I think it'd be cool. A wood burning with paint. I have not combined a wood burn. I have not like painted over so far, only stain. Assume that's what you mean. But that's a good idea. I was thinking before I stained it, I almost did like a watercolor wash. But because I have this blue one behind me, so that's like it's like a bright blue paint stain, and that came out nicely. Ooh, you can get red and white oak that doesn't have really tight grain. You just have to pick through it. I need to find better places to buy wood around here that's not just Home Depot, because then I would think I would get better ones. Yeah, I like, oh good, it's 7/8 inch thick. I like that. Hold on, are we doing thick or are we doing wide? I don't know which one is thick and which one is wide. Also, this gun, it has like, it gets hotter on one edge and then it kind of moves around. It's not consistent. For this design, I don't think I said this yet. I drew the whole design out on my iPad first and figured it all out. Like I have one of those little iPad pencil things, and I got it all designed out and then printed it out on a laser printer and then cut it out and taped it down to this wood upside down and ironed it down. And then that left like this kind of, can you see this? It left this kind of a transfer. I went back in with some pencil and like filled in a couple places where it was like not great, but it worked pretty well. Oh, Preston's just gonna freeball it and just draw it. Sheesh. I'm not that smart. I'd totally mess that up. Am I in it? Nope. Some of these lines I'm like, that can't be right. Whatever. Theoretically, everyone's looking at the art inside and not the frame, right? That makes me sad. Mr. Smith, good to see you. Here drumming and playing Ed B. Metal's track. That's exciting. Is this something that you're going to be streaming soon? Oh, Preston, you're right. I mean, it's true that you're drawing. I mean, I do try to draw too. And I guess I did draw it, but the last one I did, I drew the one motif, like the one flower, and transferred that with carbon paper, like over and over. So it's kind of in between. It's a simple transfer. Simple. What word am I looking for? Template? Maybe. I've been struggling with words today. Sometimes it makes this really delicious sizzle sound. That makes me happy. Oops. I don't know if this is like watching paint dry, but I appreciate you being here and entertaining me while I do this. Frames make a picture, though. I like that. I've really enjoyed making the frames. I mean, it's like a simple, I'm just making very simple frames. I'm just routing out the inside edge and then cutting the corners, gluing it together, stapling it. Done and done. Yeah, this gun, so I've just had this gun for like a week, and its temperature is really varies like around the tip, and I can't quite figure out where its sweet spot is. But it's kind of good because you have like, you can go real light and then also real dark without changing the tip. But sometimes I'm not doing it like I mean to. I'm happy with that. Let me do this. I'm sure I'll go back around when I get all the way around just to like make it a little more consistent, but try not to overthink it too much. When you want to preserve an original drawing, carbon paper under the drawing and tracing paper on top. Oh, yeah. That's cool. Yeah, not everyone can sit in an art class. I guess that's true too. I could do that all the time. We have like a it's called the Firehouse Art Center, and it's like a art museum, and then upstairs they have a few studios that I have a friend who's got one. He's had it for like 15 years. It's hard to get into. And they have different classes like figure drawing and even like ceramics and different a lot of different kind of drawing classes, still life. And I've been meaning to go to more of those. They're so much fun for me. Blue says, I make pinch hitter boxes, and my old friend said I should make videos of how to make them. Does anyone want to watch me hand sanding a block for hours? I feel this way. I keep trying to like come up with like, I want to do show you stuff in studio, but really it's mostly like me sanding. Like 80% of the time is me. Also vacuuming. I have to like, or hoovering for all you UK fans. I have to clean up a lot from all the dust in here because it's not a very big room. I keep coughing. Blue's been here before. He can attest it's not that big a room. This is a cool idea. Great old carved frames. You strip the paint or gilt off. Ooh. They did like to gaudy them up. I saw one of your pinch hitters and they were very cool. I think it would be a good one to be like, here's how I do it. Maybe you don't have to actually do it, but just like show how you did it. I don't know what a street sweeper blade is. I'll have to check that out. Ooh, yeah, good wood carving knives are not cheap. No. Yeah, it's a little room. I'm not complaining. I love it. It's hard to get little spaces like this that are small enough to afford yet are big enough to work in and are zoned for this kind of stuff. I'm trying to curse less, but it's really hard. There's a point to it. Let's vote, 3 people here. Should I try to curse less or does it not matter? Ooh, Mr. Smith is a woodworker. He takes drumsticks and turns them into splinters. That is very creative. Those little flat metal brush blades you find on the curb after a sweet sweeper goes by. I've never known this. I'm really intrigued by that. I took splintered drumsticks and made mallets. Mm. Oh, you know what I'm talking about? I like when people know what I'm talking about. I don't know what I'm talking about. But it's nice the company while I do this. If I was smart, I'd have it in front of me, I guess, so I could see it a little better. But I've never claimed to be smart. Am I still in the frame? Okay. You can get a pretty great set of X-Acto wood knives for $100. Yeah, the chisels. That's what I was thinking about. I have like I guess I don't have a set of X-Acto wood knife. I have some X-Acto wood knife, and I have a cheap wood chisel, but I'm always regretting how cheap they are. I should have splurged. I watched it was super hot here yesterday. Like I was just dying. It was so hot. And now it's 60 or 59, as Blue said. Very cold. And um I don't really know if that's cold in Celsius or not, but it's cold here. And I was watching this YouTube thing about weather patterns this week. I love weather pattern YouTube videos. And the guy was talking about it's a weather ring of fire. That's a good song. But I kept thinking about that. Ring of fire. It's nice here though. Preston says Lee Valley Tools. The Beaver Craft carving tools. Ooh. I have a problem I keep buying stuff like that. Like this wood burning set. But how fun is this? It's fun for me. I'm having a grand old time. I think this will probably... I wonder how long this would take me if I was just doing it and not talking. But I'm guessing at least an hour or so, not longer. Blue says, I'm recording my new song on the DAW, and I used bass, electric guitar, cardboard box, a maraca, a spring-a-melodiphone, spring-a-melodiphone, and a really cool jingle jangle that my friend gave me. Now, what I got out of this is that Blue finally called me his friend. Kept saying we weren't friends. That's what I took out of that statement. I'm glad you're doing your recording songs though. That is awesome. One thing it said very much never to do is never tighten this thing when it's hot, because you can just ruin the whole thing. But that's just what I did just now. So it's loose. Let me kiss my ass. This should make one that's not so loose. So I appreciate that nobody said I should have to stop cursing. That's what I was really looking for. Ooh, you left a big long space in the middle for a blues solo. Oh, that's pretty funny. You solo like Willie Nelson. Huh. I hadn't thought about that. That's very interesting. Okay, so I did a little section light and now I'm going to do it dark so it's more like that. Yay! So what's going on? Oh, I know there's a lot happening tonight, so don't feel bad if you want to hang out on other streams. I won't take it personally. Because this one is literally watching wood burn. But, you know, this is what I have to offer you as a content creator here on the YouTubes. Okay. Oh, someone else showed up. Hello, friend. I thought I was going to lose people, and I gained one. We are doing very slow. There's probably people who do this fast, aren't there? I've never watched anybody else do this on YouTube. I guess I'll probably do this for as long as I have coffee left. So I don't have a coffee pot here. Because then I thought I would never leave. And sometimes you have to go home. I guess you don't have to. The guy who lives across the hall, he never goes home. He's here all the time. Hey, E. Urban. You came back in from spending 30 minutes outdoors field recording the end of summer. Ooh, I love that. What are you trying to get? Oh, lift a big long space and you want Clay to do the solo. I like that. I would get more stuff to put in its special place that I rarely use. Yeah, I have like a whole shelf of special place. Hey, Rudy. Thanks for the time. Hope you're doing well. Ooh, I love this. Wee wah, wee wah. Preston built a whole workbench from pallet wood. You're going to be a place to work on guitars you can cart around. Oh, that's so cool. I made this, you can't see it. I made the workbench behind me, but, because I wanted a tall one, but it's not on wheels. And it just used 2x4s. Not, pallet wood's harder to work with, I think. I kind of made this wood test too, but I bought, prefab countertops. I like the raw wood. Yeah, I totally know that's, yeah. You would love, I almost was like sad I didn't record it. Next time I go, I'm going to record, in India, like all the outside sounds. Of course, there's also like a ton of car honking all the time too, but there's also birds and bugs you can't see, bugs you can see. That wasn't very hot. It sits right where your tinnitus does. Well, I like your chorus of cicadas, crickets, and katydids. A chorus of cicadas, crickets, and katydids. That's a great line, man. You're always coming up with really good lines. I'll keep turning this around, hoping that I'll find the hot spot. I'm trying not to put too much pressure on it because then I make a little hole, but it makes the line so much faster. Seductive. My across the hall neighbor is playing music with a lot of bass really loud. If you can hear it. I don't like it. We're not friends. Hope he's not watching. We're friends. He does follow me on Instagram. How am I to know he's not a member? Oh, this is satisfying. Alliteration with a twist, right? Did you wear a backwards mask in India? I did not. You mean like on the back of my head so that the tigers don't know if I'm coming or going? Took me a second. I never did. I wish I had. Ooh, I love how it comes in slowly oscillating as a new wave of the screaming creeps in and it drops out. It's like a Dean Koontz book right there. The music of the forest, meadows, and wetlands are all different genres, and I like them all. I love that. Oh, your song, I forgot. That's one of the references in the song. The backwards mask doesn't really work on tigers. Not really, but it creates a false security on the wearer. I need to listen more carefully to your song. E. Urban says tomorrow I'm going to record the sound of the parking garage at the mall I work at. That's pretty cool. My grandparents, when I grew up in Amarillo, Texas, and they lived really close to the good mall. There were two malls in town. The old mall that was like more like a shopping center kind of thing. It had a Mervyn's and it was not cool. And that was like by my house. But then my grandparents, they lived out farther and they built the new mall right by their house. And it was like the coolest thing. It was right in the 80s and it was total mall culture. And we would take our blue eyeshadow and our large bangs and go to the Benetton at the mall. And it was so cool. And you could walk from my grandparents' house there without having anybody have to take me. So I like that. This wood is making me cough. I kind of fucked up there, but I'm just going to keep going. The one last one I did, I fucked up. Shit, I was going to not curse. Damn it. So the last one I messed up a couple times, and every time I did, I like sanded it out and start over on that section and completely. And it would just be like the tiniest little extra dot. I was way overthinking it. Not gonna lie. Who, me? Way overthink things? Yes. My next wood burning is likely to be a loon. I love that. This thing is so loose. Okay. You get the steady swoosh of morning traffic and the birds echoing. I like that. Ooh, Canada's bugs. I don't know. Minnesota's bugs were big, so I'm curious. Hey, Karen, great to see you. I'm wood burning. It's kind of slow. Not really that exciting. But I was lonely, and so here I am. You hear loon calls often. Oh, I just said that one. Okay, you put the whistle stick on a long string and spin it, and now it sounds awesome, and you need to figure out how to mic it so the mic picked up the parabolic sound as it gets louder and quieter. Ooh, good. I'm glad. So I got Blue a whistle stick from, it's Kashmiri, and it's like just a big long, like 2 foot long stick, like maybe that big around, and they carved it. And then if you spin it around, it does this really cool whistle sound. But then I was like, be very careful of your shoulder, because he's got a bad shoulder. So I'm glad he found a workaround. I was thinking the workaround was going to be making your boy do it. So I also got, I got him this little bird whistle, this little terracotta, and you put water in it. I think they have them in every culture, I think, but it was just really cutely done, and it was like a little terracotta, and it was made by this little artist that was sitting at this little booth, and I love little artists at little booths. And so I got Blue one of those, and then his son, he's so talented. He went and 3D printed one for himself, and it sounded different, but it was cool. Like they were different birds. So if you're not following Ostrich Man that makes the best videos, he makes the best videos. Okay, sometimes it cools down, and that's frustrating. Yeah. Okay, so how long have I been on? 45 minutes, and I've gotten one. Why do I talk like this? I have gotten one length finished. So that's going to take me 8,000 hours. I think that's what that math is. So this frame now costs $700. I haven't even put a picture in it yet. Okay, can we see how perfect this corner is right here? This corner is perfection. The corners are never this good. I don't know how I did it. I'm never changing the setting on that miter saw ever again. It's just going to be like that forever. Just buy a new one if I have to do any cut other than 45, because it's set perfectly. Okay. Whee. Yeah, cannot be that exciting to watch, y'all, but it's fun to do. So appreciate Preston for reminding me about wood burning, because man, this is fun. And I'm a little addicted after doing that first one. It came out so much better than I expected it to. This line is really weird. I don't hate that. It has potential for good trippiness. I love that. Oh yeah, if you're recording, just walk around recording, I bet they freak out. Hey David, I missed you today. Valerie Bhat, this is beautiful, but you're talented. Aw. I guess all these channels are celebrating female indie artists. I celebrate you. Aw. I'm going, it's not really on YouTube at the moment. I'm so glad to see you. I hope you're having a good first week of school. Oh, no. I'm glad you're here. I'm just not even going to be here for much longer. Just a little bit longer. Hey, don't say things bad about Karens, because I love Karens. I know you're talking in response to you, but I'm just in general. It's not very nice. The last part of the song he did was trippy thing to the audio. I was trying to create the sound one hears as they fade and the ears ring right before fainting. Damn. Oh, he didn't get the Aztec disc work. Oh, you're so sweet, Karen. People are getting all kinds of clues, so if you understand Blue's song the best and get its meaning, then you can name it the song. It doesn't have a name yet. So if that seems like something you would like to compete at, play the game. This is so funny. Craftsmen charge more when their customers are helping. Ah, I love that. I enjoy going to one of the parks. People are by. Oh yeah. I I I just think it's so creative to do that. I wish I would do that more. Take a 2x4, make a cut now, have it in stopped, then you can just set the blade to that exact angle in the future. Well, I know, but it's just never quite right. I have like even a little miter saw 45-degree, well, it does 80 degrees, but like just for miter saws. And I mean, I used it and it's right, but half the time it's just not. Hey, Blue, put the link to your song. Yeah, I think people aren't really paying attention that there's even a game. It's not you, Blue Unicorn. We're just kind of, we're all in our own world. Oh, this is nice. I don't know a single Darlene, so I'm fine with that. I'm totally fine with that. No, I'm not. I think it's funny too, because I know that like Chads get a lot of it too. And Chad was talking about that in, I know he's not here right now. He was talking about it in Song Club because he's like, Chads get a lot of a bad rap, but it's kind of for being like a meathead kind of jock kind of guy. And that's not what Chad feels like he is. And actually, of all the Chads I know, none of them are really like that at all. But and actually, every jock person I know like that is named like Jake. I read the funniest little article about children's names now and like teachers trying to have a class and there's like 18 Jadens. I mean, we had the same thing because we had like 10 Jennifers. Um, there was one other Valerie in my school, in my grade, but she wasn't in my class. And then she moved. So there weren't even like other Valeries. There were a lot of Melissas, though, and a lot of Jennifers. Let's see. This is true. Karen's always here. Aw, that's not true. E. Urban. You know, like I've talked, I want to do, I don't know how to do this, if I should just like start a new channel to do this, because it's like a different audience of people than are listening to music. But it's such an important topic to me that I think about all the time because I'm constantly like in this, not trying to lose weight really, but like trying to maintain is such a difficult thing. And so I was thinking about just, should it just be a whole nother channel so I could just talk about what it's like. It's because I felt this way. This is what I'm saying. I felt that I was just fat and couldn't, like, that's just who I was and how I identified. And I did not really feel like I had the power to be anything other than that. And not even really until after I lost the weight did I go, oh, you know what? I'm not fat. But it took me a while to get to there. And it wasn't, I didn't go like, oh, I can be thin and then lose weight. It didn't happen like that. And even now, there's just so much like weird information about weight loss that I think confuses people. Like, especially my thing is that people like kind of like go on this diet where they're like, okay, I'm going to go on a diet and I'm going to totally eat everything different than I'm eating right now. Just 100%. I'm going to change everything I eat completely differently. And then all that happens is you're just miserable and you're not eating any food you like, and you don't stick with it because it's just like not sustainable at all. And I'd like to do a thing where it's like help people figure out how many calories are you supposed to be eating and what actual difference is it from what you're eating. Like, so like right now, right now I weigh a little bit more than I would like to weigh. It's not much, but I figured out like how many extra calories am I eating that's causing me to be 10 pounds more than I really want to be. And it's 80 calories a day. I'm eating an extra 80 calories a day, and that is causing me to be 10 pounds heavier than I want to be. So I literally have to cut out like one time of eating Cheetos a day. That's 80 calories for my serving. Or like one popsicle, that's 80 calories. So like I just have to cut out one thing, and then I will not and then I would be the weight that I want to be. So I figured that out today, and I was kind of pissed at myself because it's such a low number. It's not even a high. It feels like I feel like I've been binging and I haven't. Okay, this is the acoustic guitar version of Blue Songs. Currently recording this on a studio, but if you solve it and describe it in your interpretation, the closest one gets to name it. And there's the link. So go work on that, everybody. And not a guess, an interpretation. Yeah, Yerman's like, don't tell me what I am. Think Thor becomes Fat Thor. You're too funny. Well, I don't know. I definitely don't have any answers about it, but I do have experience in that I used to weigh 280 pounds, and now I weigh like 145. And that's a little bit more than I'd like to weigh, but it's still like way within my acceptable, or I don't know if acceptable is the right word. An appropriate weight for my height. Because I'm not very tall either. But I'm not short. Somebody called me short and I was mad. I'm not short. Okay, so I'm just going to do this for 5 more minutes. And I got the whole side completed. Let me show you. Hold on, how do I do this? I've got the cord inside of the frame. Okay, let's do this first. Poor camera. Okay, so you can see side I haven't etched, and then side I etched. So at this rate, what are we at? This will take me 4 hours. I think it'll go a little faster if I'm not talking. I slow it, not much. I think it'll slightly go faster if I'm not talking. But, yeah, I'm pretty excited. Oh, and then just my frame in general came out really well. So I'm really jazzed. I just do a simple frame where I've routed out the inside and glued up the corners and then just done staples. Yeah. So I'm pretty jazzed. I hope that turns out well. So I think after it's done, I think I'm going to stain it like I did the other one too. So it will be beautimous. And hey, I didn't burn myself while being on stream. Good job, Valerie. Well, thank you, Karen. I appreciate you. Sometimes I don't know if it's rain or if it's someone's knocking. I think it was just rain. Okay. Well, I hope you all have a great night. I will definitely be on for What the Flock on Sunday, and yeah, that's all I got right now. I was thinking of doing a stream on Monday night, but I haven't been quite back to myself yet. So, Blues song sounds like the shell I hide in to shield myself from the world. Did you hear that, Blue Unicorn? E. Urban says it sounds like the shell I hide in to shield myself from the world. That's a beautiful sentence either way. Well, and it's in a, what did you say? It's an interpretation. So I think that's a good interpretation. All right, everybody, thank you so much for hanging out. Oh, the conspiracy music block party is about to start. That's exciting. You should definitely hang out over there. They're going to have lots of women indie artists. I don't know what indie is. I mean, I know independent music, or Mini United, but I don't know what indie music really means. But yeah, I won't be there, but I will be here finishing my wood burning for a little bit. Edward, it's so good to see you. I hope you're having a good day. You didn't really miss much. I just did wood burning. Oh, you can. I messed it up again. You can rewind. You'll see it. It's very pretty. Ooh, Dead in the Shell. That's a good name. Aw, thank you, Mr. Smith. I appreciate it. Big love back to you. Have a great night, Karen. All right, I'll see y'all real soon. Bye.